So, a very interesting question. What is man? You have one? No? Huh? You had one about the heart, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ask it.
Okay. Actually, I have a couple.
Yeah.
First, would you be able to explain what exactly the citta is?
Where exactly the citta is?
Yeah.
It is right close to the heart in the center of the chest.
Oh, I mean, or
what the citta is?
Yes.
Anybody, any idea what the citta is? Huh? John Richard, you should know. What is the citta? Linda. She's good. Very difficult to answer what is the citta. Yeah? I mean, it is. I mean, there are two cittas. You know, there's the defiled citta and there's the pure citta. And the pure citta is the essence of all beings. Yeah? And the defiled citta is the citta, you know, that has everything in it. Yeah? It has the avijja. I mean, it is. It has the avijja in it. It has the kamma in it. Yeah. It has greed, hatred, and delusion in it, yeah? Mm-hmm. And that's why our part of practice is to clean the citta, from all these defilements or from all the kilesas. Mm-hmm. In the West they call it defilements, but we call it kilesa. Is that enough?
And is it also the mind as well, or is that?
Yeah, it's the mind and the heart.
Okay.
I mean, your brain is just, it's just a computer that the citta uses. Yeah.
Mm.
Nothing original is in the brain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Except for the programs that you put into the brain. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That the citta put into the brain. Yeah.
And is it also like another word for anatta? Or
no, anatta means just not self. Yeah, mm-hmm. There's atta that means self, and there's anatta that means not self. Yeah? But the citta, you cannot say that the citta is atta. You cannot say that the citta is anatta. It's neither of these. Mm. It is very difficult to understand. Yeah? Mm-hmm. People don't seem to understand when the Lord Buddha said, neither am I nor am I not. Mm-hmm. What does it mean?
Yeah.
And we shouldn't even ponder about that. Yeah? We shouldn't even think about that, because it is not really important. Yeah? Mm-hmm. For us, what is important for us, what is at the moment, what is bothering our heart at the moment, yeah? Mm-hmm. And how do we get rid of it? Yeah? Everything else, is not really important. Yeah? And of course, we go the path of the Lord Buddha, by investigating the body and then and with it, bodily feelings, then memories and thoughts, and mental feelings, and then consciousness. And at the last, avijja itself. And that is very clear. I mean, we don't need to understand, what these things are. I mean, the closer you come to the essence of the citta, the more you understand. Otherwise, it is just imagination. I mean, it doesn't really help us. And on the path, we use these three principles that govern the whole universe, and that is anicca, anatta, dukkha. Anicca is impermanence, whatever arises ceases. Whatever arises ceases. I mean, we know with the nature, I mean, it grows, and then, it rots away. Just like our body, it grows and rots away. Just like a thought, it comes and it goes. That is the principle of anicca, and we can use that in our investigation. Then anatta, whatever I'm aware of cannot be me. Subject and object cannot be the same thing. And dukkha is, this dissatisfaction or dis-ease or discomfort, or pain or suffering. And these three principles, we use when we do investigation. About the other things, we shouldn't speculate. Some people speculate, how did I come into being? It's just the same thing, people swim in a pond of what is it, of shit, or, of stinky, smelling mud, and they have no ground underneath their feet, and then they see somebody walking by, and then the first question is, how did I get into it? That's not the question you would ask, how do I get out? It's probably the question you would ask, And that is the question the Lord Buddha answered, He never answered, how we got into it. And he said, the more you think about it, how we got into this mess, the more crazy we get. It's all speculative, Maybe when you become an arahant, you will know, Maybe or maybe not, it depends on. And it is not really important. The important thing is how to get out of this mess, how to get out of this cycle of birth and death and birth and death and birth and death and birth and death, Or, like I put it, how to get out of the hamster wheel, we're just turning around, Okay, understood? So next question. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned the other day when the Samadhi gets really strong, and then there's a strong light from within, that the nimitta that appears, to use that light to shine inside the heart and start investigating.
No, not investigating. Just like, just put the heart, just like a light bulb, and see what is in the heart.
Okay. And so then what do you do at that point?
There's no question, there's no question at that time, what you do. You still focus on your Buddha, or you still focus on the breath, but you just draw the light within you.
I see.
And then sometimes, that depends really, it depends on each character, on each person, what happens then. Sometimes you see something, sometimes you see some episodes from a past life, or sometimes you even see ghosts, or you see devas, or you hear heavenly music. It can, all sorts of things can happen, But maybe nothing happens. And that is not a problem of your samadhi. It depends on however you have trained your citta or your heart in the last lives, and that will come up, because we don't forget things. When we have trained very hard, in our last lives, Maybe you trained it to see your past lives, and you forgot how to do it in the moment the citta is completely calm, and then you will remember. And suddenly these episodes from previous lives come up.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you've never done it, it won't come up. No?
And then at that point it becomes the meditation object, or you...
No, I mean, the light becomes only the object until you pull it into the heart. Yeah?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But it is always good, when you have the light, yeah, to have the light with one eye and with the other eye be on the breath, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm.
Otherwise, you might lose it. You might want to follow the heart, the light, and then the light goes here and here and here, and then goes out and then goes, yeah. It's quite tricky, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to switch the phone.
There is no power. You haven't noticed it? Have you not noticed that there's no light here? And there's no fan? Some people don't live in the present moment, huh, Ifat? Huh? Something comes up in our mind, and then we need to do it, huh? What?
I thought it's sati.
Yes. It is. When we see something, it is sati, But in order to get the body moving, that is mostly the kilesas, yeah. And sometimes it can be okay, yeah. But sometimes, it is born out of boredom. And that's what we have to realize. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing something. Yeah? It is always important for us to know why we are doing it, what kind of feeling comes before our action. Yeah?
I was stopping.
What?
I was checking if to do or not, and then
Checking.
check. Like
Yeah, but what lead you to check? I mean, you were practicing before, weren't you? Yeah.
I take care of the dishes.
What?
I take care of the dishes.
Oh, you take care of the dishes.
And then I put in the salad. And then I see this corner that nobody touched for a long time, so I check. And I decide.
The sati is to know, yeah? It is to know, there's nothing wrong with doing something, yeah? It is know what is going on in your heart, yeah? Before you do something. Is he writing notes or what? We're afraid that we forget, yeah?
Question
Yeah?
about the dukkha. Sometimes I feel that I create like more dukkha with the wrong attitude.
With the wrong attitude.
To the dukkha, because now when I sit, after 10 minutes, the pain comes and really nice. And it's interesting, but sometimes I feel I have to learn how to relax, how to be with pain, but to relax.
Yeah.
Because I see if I'm not relaxed, sometimes things hit me in many parts of, and I think it's a pain that comes from wrong.
Meditation is all about relaxing, yeah? But the moment we try to control our meditation, then of course it becomes, also a bodily aspect of it, yeah? But it's not always, the same thing, it's not always, that we are not relaxed, yeah, when the pain comes, yeah? There are times when the pain comes very early, and there are times when the pain comes very late, yeah? But if we don't, the first thing, we have to look at the first thought. I don't like it, so then you have a problem. Because then you get tense and then you try to get rid of it, or you try to think about it, why, yeah? These things are mostly created by the kilesas. That's why I want you to investigate pain, to understand it and to see. Yeah? I mean, it's the same thing. Now think about something. Yeah? The kilesas are just like little dwarfs. Yeah, you know what a dwarf is. You know, I mean these magical beings, who work. You know, who work either for the people or against the people. Yeah, and then they pull out, you know, I mean, they bring a heap of shit, you know, in front of you, and then you start smelling it, yeah, and then these dwarfs ask you, where is that coming from? So they bring it, and then they ask you, so that you get incited with their ideas, where is it coming from? So they incite this pain, and then they ask, where is it coming from? What did I do wrong? Yeah, that's exactly how they want to distract you. And that is the trickiness, and for the tricks we will fall for a long, long time. Yeah? That's the tricks of the kilesas, how they get us, you know, slowly off the track. Yeah? They create something, they create a feeling, or they create a memory, you know. Why is this memory suddenly coming up? Yeah? There must be a reason. There is no reason. They brought it up and then they asked this question. Yeah, I mean, then once you understand, it's a trick of the kilesas, it's instantly gone. Yeah.
After 1 hour, they come back. And
of course, they try it again and again and again. Yeah. They cannot try it, you know. Once you are really into samadhi, into upachara samadhi, I mean, then they are out. Yeah. Because your concentration is so strong that they cannot come in and disturb you. Yeah. But sooner or later, I mean, once you observe, you know, I mean, you observe this upachara samadhi, towards the end, they're always there, you know, always knocking at the door, you know, always knocking at the door. But it's so far away that you're not interested. But sooner or later, you know, I mean, you will hear this knock, you know, and then you go out of samadhi. Yeah? So there's always there, but they are, you know, they are far away. You know, in upachara samadhi, they are far away, and in appana samadhi, they are not there at all. Of course.
I'm tired now.
Yeah.
I'm angry now.
Yeah.
I'm sad now.
Yeah.
And then if I follow...
They produce the anger and then they say that is me. Yeah. That's I am angry. Yeah. They put this notion of this is self. Yeah. This feeling is self. This body is self. This is, you know, that's how they trick us in believing us. And that's why we never investigate it, you know, because I cannot investigate myself, yeah? When I'm feeling sad, you know, I cannot investigate it. But when I say there is sadness, then I instantly can investigate what is sadness, then I can ask what is sadness. But when I say I'm sad, you know, over, finished. Or when I say I'm angry, over, finished, yeah? But when I say there's anger, then I can look at it, because then it becomes an object. So I really tear these things apart. Yeah?
Also, if we say I'm calm.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Who says this thing?
I'm calm, so it's...
Yeah. Okay, so, you know, in this case, you just go back to the Buddha. Yeah. I mean, you know, these thoughts are. The kilesas are bringing up. Oh, my meditation is going very well. Yeah, I mean, you just sit in upachara samadhi, and then this thought comes up. You know, my meditation today is very well, and then you're out of samadhi. That's how they trick you. Yeah, I can sit for hours, and then after five seconds you get up. They tell you I can sit now for hours. Yeah, and it's always the trick. Yeah.
In that case, I have a question. When, you see, you come into this samadhi,
Yeah.
they take you out.
Yeah.
But I see I'm gonna go out, and I'm looking for the way to go back inside before I go out completely.
I mean, before you go out, if you see, there are these thoughts coming up, then just tell yourself there's a thought, and then go back to the Buddha, yeah. And they will always, at that stage, because you're not stable anymore, at that stage they will bring up a lot of things, yeah. And the way to go back in is just now Buddha, 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 Buddha. Yeah? Replace every thought that comes with Buddha. And then sometimes you are very quickly back into it. Yeah? But the moment you react to whatever they pull at you, yeah? Whatever trick they pull at you, then you're out. Yeah? Then you're really out, and then it is very difficult, yeah, to go back in. But when you see it, yeah, and at the later stage in Upachara Samadhi goes from very, there are still thoughts, and the world is still around you, until there's hardly any feeling of the body anymore, and then you're just in the citta, and then you see how the citta, this intention to do something, the intention to think, the intention is quickly moving like a, like a needle of your car, when you accelerate or when you slow down. Yeah? And this can take hours, to calm down. Or it can take, just a minute, yeah. So there's always this intention, and when this intention, is already forming a thought, then it is, then you really have to counteract it. When you just see these intentions, where the citta wants to go out, and it doesn't tell you at that time, it doesn't tell you in which direction it wants to go out, yeah? And then you can keep it, because your concentration is very stable. Yeah? You just don't give in. Yeah? The moment you give in, you see, feeling, or a thought is going to form. Yeah. Before that, you don't know. You don't know yet. What is behind it. Yeah. But the citta knows it. Yeah. It knows this. Yeah. I want to go out. Huh? Yeah, the best thing is, not to react to anything that they throw at you, yeah. It's just like if you're a watchdog, yeah, and then the thief comes, and throws some sausages at you, and then you grab it, you're lost, yeah. So you see the sausage and don't react, and go back to, yeah. Huh? Yeah, Linda? But if they throw some lobster at you, you might be lost. Okay? You have more questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the other day, I was struggling a lot with drowsiness.
Yeah.
And it took a lot of willpower to try to bring alertness into the meditation. I noticed my attention was very scattered. I would say, I'm going to stay with the breath.
Yeah.
And then later that same breath, I would be lost.
Yeah.
It would come and go very quickly. In that type of situation, how do you recommend responding and dealing with that?
I mean, I don't think this is tiredness. This is restlessness.
I was feeling, it was maybe both.
Or boredom. Yeah. I mean, boredom, restlessness is a lot of unconcentrated energy. Yeah. I mean, boredom is not really being interested in something. Yeah. So boredom you can counteract with something, bringing up something very interesting. Okay, light is coming back. Bring something up very interesting, and once the energy is coming back, then push it onto the Buddha, yeah, or on the breath, yeah. And that helps also, for tiredness. If you think, I'm so tired, yeah, then think about something interesting until you feel, the energy and concentration is coming back, and then use this energy and concentration to go back to your Buddha or to your investigation or to your breath, yeah.
Yeah. It seemed to be lasting a long time. It was like
Yeah.
a period of several days.
I mean, they know how to get at you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it will be for a while, it will be quite a fight until they see they can't get you with it anymore, and then they bring up something else. Yeah? For some people, then they bring up pain, or they bring up fear, or, whatever. Yeah? But as long as one thing is working for the kilesas, they will use it over and over and over again. Yeah. Until you got rid of it, until you say, I'm not interested, If you're tired, go to sleep, and I sit here and practice, yeah? Yeah? If you're bored, go out, look in the world for something, but I sit here and stick to my Buddha, yeah?
Okay.
The same with laziness, yeah? Yeah? Go out and sleep, or do whatever you like, but don't bother me, yeah? Because the kilesas are not us, yeah? Though they are in our heart, but they are not us. They proclaim to be us. And that's what makes us confused. Yeah? And we believe it. Yeah? Everybody believes it. Ask anybody in this world, he believes that, he is the things that he thinks, or he is the things that he feels, or he thinks he is the things that he memorizes. Yeah? And the kilesas, really tell us in, or really can Bangkap, what is Bangkap? Can drive us with this, just like slave drivers, with this illusion that we are these things. Yeah? And the moment we tear it out, we say, okay, there is, then this illusion is broken for a moment. Yeah? What?
But how can we distinguish the kilesa from the citta, from this good guidance we have inside? We
That is something that we have to learn.
Voice is the
Yeah,
good one or is the bad one?
Yeah.
Is it a trick, or is it good for me to not to go there, or I don't know how to distinguish.
That is something that we have to learn over time. Yeah, our experience will tell. Yeah, if the thing is, if you said, I'm going to sit, and practice, that is always a good thing. It never comes from the kilesas. It comes from the Dhamma. And the moment we sit, the kilesas try, to pull us away and say, oh, today sitting is not great. Maybe we wait until tomorrow, or maybe I need to sleep, and things like that. You will see that the kilesas, their only interest is to distract us when we do something that is undermining their power, or they lead us, into all sorts of activities, that are not Dhamma. But in the beginning, sometimes if we don't know, we have to follow it and then judge, what was the results of our action. And then we see if it was okay, yeah? And you have to do that 10, 20, 100 times, until you notice, this doesn't bring me peace and happiness. Or there's another way, you look at the heart, the physical heart now. If it is calm, then it is most likely that this is something good. If it's getting excited, then you're most likely that it's something, the kilesas are behind and want to play. It's a very good indicator. In the physical heart, everybody is able to be aware of that, or the heartbeat, yeah? If the heartbeat is calm, there's no problem, yeah? Understand?
Yeah.
But sometimes, we just have to trial and error, yeah? Just like we learn to walk, there's nothing wrong as long as it doesn't go against the 5 precepts. Try it out and see what kind of results it has. What did the Lord Buddha said, even I teach you that, you have to try it out, and see if it is, if it leads to good things, yeah? And if it leads to good things, then you can trust me, yeah? And if you follow it, and you see it always leads to good things, then you will increase your faith, yeah? But if you see that this, I promise you now to get calm or happiness when you do this, yeah? And if it doesn't lead to calm and happiness, then you forget about it, yeah? Yeah? มีคำถามไหมเรื่องภาวนาไหม อยากทำอะไรก็ทำได้ไม่มีกำลังทำอะไรพุทโธพุทโธพุทโธเหรอ
พุทโธกับอานาปานสติค่ะ
โอเคพุทกับลมหายใจเข้าโธกับลมหายใจออกแต่ความคิดยังไม่หยุดเหรอ
มันเมื่อก่อนใช่แต่ว่าตอนนี้ขอโอกาสพ่อแม่ครูอาจารย์ตอนนี้รู้สึกว่าได้หลับขึ้น
โอเค
แล้วก็หลับก็รู้สึกจะแข็งขึ้น
โอเค
เมื่อก่อนนั้นเป็นเหมือนลิงที่เกาะกิ่งไม้ผุพอเกาะแล้วก็ร่วงลงน้ำปุ๋มเกาะตรงไหนก็ร่วงลงน้ำปุ๋มแต่ตอนนี้รู้สึกว่าจะเกาะมันไม่ใช่กิ่งไม้แข็งค่ะมันเป็นเหล็กเลยค่ะ
โอเค
พอจับแล้วก็มือนี่ก็ใช้เบิกแหนเบิกแล้วก็โยนทิ้งไปให้มันเป็นอนิจจังอนัตตาไปพอมันไหลมาอยู่ก็เบิกไปแต่กิ่งไม้เนี่ยจะไม่ยอมปล่อยเพราะได้กิ่งไม้ที่แข็งมาก
โอเค
แล้วก็พอมันจอกแหนไหลมาก็มือที่ไม่ได้จับกิ่งไม้ก็กวาดจอกแหนออกให้น้ำมันสะอาดไหลมาพยายามกวาดจนกว่ามันจะสะอาดจนกว่ามันจะเกลี้ยงแล้วกันแล้วก็ไป
เขาใจอยู่
ปล่อยวาง
จะมีปัญหาเล็กๆน้อยๆอย่าวาดภาพมากไปนะเพราะว่านี่เป็นภาพในบางที่ก็เห็นอยู่ในบางที่ก็จะลอมชมในภาพที่ชิดก็วาดไปนะเนี่ยมันพัดกว่านะน้ำสะอาดนะเป็นน้ำภาพวาดของจิตนะของกิเลสนะอย่าให้ลมชมในนี้นะก็อยู่กับพุทโธอยู่กับลมหายใจก็ดีไม่มีปัญหาใจมันเย็นไหมเมื่อใจมันเย็นก็เมื่อทำพิจารณาร่างกายได้นะเมื่อสงบนะเมื่อไม่มีความคิดขึ้นมาเลยความจำขึ้นมาประมาณ10 นาทีหรือ15 นาทีนะหลังจากนี้ก็ทำพิจารณาร่างกายได้ Yeah.
Can you please explain about walking meditation? How to practice, when to practice, why to practice this one and not
sitting meditation? I mean, can you sit for 24 hours? No. Yeah. Can some people walk for 24 hours? No. We need to change postures. It is just, I mean, there's a standing meditation as well. Yeah. The standing meditation is very close to sitting meditation. Yeah. Because there you have the chance with standing meditation to go also into the deep samadhi. Yeah? With walking meditation, the only samadhi will reach is upachara samadhi or access samadhi. But I mean, deep samadhi is probably beyond most of people's ability. Yeah, because we really need to concentrate. We need to be completely by ourselves, no matter if we are here in the monastery, we need to, completely shut down the engine, look what is going on outside. But yes, how to do it, I mean, walking meditation, if you feel you're restless, if you feel it is too difficult to concentrate the mind while sitting meditation, then do walking meditation, because then it is easier. While you're doing walking meditation, the citta has to control the body. It has to walk. So this part of the citta, you don't have to, you don't have to be with the Buddha or with the breath. So I mean, I don't know how much percent it is. Probably it is 40%, that controls the walking. And the faster you walk, the less you have to control the rest of the citta. The interesting thing is to see what the citta needs to control this body. It needs to have this information. And when you really go deeper and deeper into upachara samadhi, then something happens is that the citta doesn't know the position of the body anymore, anymore, and it gives you wrong information. For instance, I mean, it happened to me quite often. I mean, I was practicing, and suddenly I felt, like my shoulder is there, close to the floor, and I was, shocked, and I opened my eyes, but I was sitting completely perfectly fine. And then one time, I thought my head was on the floor, but I was sitting perfectly fine. So the citta does not have time to run around in the body and look at all the sensory inputs, so it loses some of the sensory input, and because of that, it gives you a wrong information about your body position. And there you see, the citta is, pretty much occupied just with the body, just with the position of the body, and then if you walk, it is even more occupied, and the less and the less the citta is occupied, or the more the citta is occupied, the easier it is to concentrate. So if you find it very restless or very difficult, to sit meditation because there nothing is moving, then go and do walking meditation. And once you do walking meditation and the citta becomes calm, then you can do a sitting meditation.
Should I practice with the eyes open or with the eyes?
Of course, I'm in walking meditation. Eyes open, but it is 1 meter ahead of you. You don't look left, you don't look right, Just 1 meter, I mean, you look there, So main focus is there.
And I've seen there like candles, what these candles are for night.
For night, yeah. I mean, in the night it is better, but now with the full moon, you hardly need anything, Except, I mean, if you're really in the dark forest, where the moon doesn't come in, but it mostly shines, For the moment it is really light, So, yes, the candles one is at the beginning, one is at the end, it is.
So it's going all the time like this, no? From the
And whenever you turn around, just realize, have I been with my Buddha or with the breath all the time? And then just this one path, I really, really determined to be with the Buddha. Then you turn around, just this one path, I really determined with the breath or with the Buddha. Okay. That's when you do this, when you really do it, and I assume some of my monks don't do it, because it is bothersome. The moment it is bothersome, people, I mean, they think for half an hour without realizing that they're off the Buddha. So whenever you turn around, you say, okay, just this one path, I will be with my breath or the Buddha. You get very quickly concentrated. Michael, du kannst dich auch auf so einen Stuhl setzen, wenn du willst. Er will. Okay.
You talk about the physical heart.
Yeah.
That's what, when I come to sit,
Yeah.
I start to
Beat up.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
No, you said to check what is wrong. So that's what I
Bef-
didn't catch what's happening.
No, if you have the intention of doing something, I mean, that was his question.
No.
To check the physical heart, I mean, of course, the physical heart is when you're restless, it is not calm. I told him, when there is an interest in doing something, I mean, now I want to go out, and have some lobster or, whatever. And then look at the heart, how it reacts to this incitement. Of course your heart is not quiet, because it is, it is constantly aggravated by the kilesas. So if you sit down, it will not. But if your samadhi is good, it will be completely calm. It's even, in Appana Samadhi, it is closely to stop. I mean, it's very, very, I mean, normal people cannot, distinguish it.
Can you check my...
What?
Can you help me check whether I'm on the right track? The other day I was sitting in meditation.
Yeah.
I wasn't hoping for any pain, but it came. And I was thinking, there's this painful feeling. Should I give up? Then I said, no. If I give up, I have to start all over again.
Okay.
So I went on, and like what you say, check whether it's point-wise, and then it just goes all over. And then sometimes it's point, and sometimes it's like a stretch. But I keep on following.
Yeah.
And checking it's not the skin or the flesh of the muscle,
Yeah.
whatever. And then at one stage I could see the pain just arise and stays and then goes
Yeah.
from somewhere, but I don't know where. And
Good
then finally, as I kept just following, even my numbness and my pain suddenly just vanished.
Okay.
And there's a thought, well, I don't know if there's a thought, just to tell me that, the body is not the actual pain.
Okay.
And then after that, I was really calm because everything was gone.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I saw this bright spotlight, and
Okay.
that's it, finished.
Yes.
And then I just stay on my Buddha
Yes.
for about half an hour. I don't know how to pull it back.
Well, that is, I mean, we have to learn this, yeah?
I've been trying to pull my life
Yeah.
back. So far.
I mean, as long, you know, you have tools, yeah? I mean, you, just like with, how do they call these paper dragons that they fly in the air? Knights, yeah? I mean, you have something, you know, I mean, you put something, a needle, onto this, you know, onto the slide, and then connect it to the heart, you know, and slowly pull it in, yeah? So, I mean, yeah, don't let it go out, you know? I mean, have the concentration on both the light and the heart, yeah? So that it slowly goes into the heart.
So I wasn't sure whether the thought that body is not the actual.
That can be an insight. Was it a thought or was it a knowing?
It just,
Sometimes it comes up as a thought, sometimes it comes up as knowing. Yeah?
So am I on the right?
No, that is, it can, yeah, I mean, first of all, it is a correct insight, yeah? The body is not the pain, yeah? And the body is not self, that is a correct insight, yeah? But it's not over yet, yeah? Yeah? I mean, when you investigate, stay at the spot, yeah? Until, when you come close to the truth, the pain will move to another location. Yeah. And then you go to the new location. And at the old location, there's no more pain.
But then sometimes it comes back again.
Yeah, of course, yes, yeah. It takes time, you know, I mean, it takes time, and the pain becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, yeah. And sometimes it completely disappears. Huh? Sometimes our concentration is so good that it completely disappears and there's nothing left.
Halfway through, I was thinking it's so painful, I just want to stop.
Yeah.
And I said, no. If I stop, I have to start again next time.
That's a good. That is very good. Yeah. Yes, it can be very painful. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay, so we're finished? Yeah, one last question?
In daily life, how often would you suggest practicing each day? And are there any particular...
How many hours?
Yeah, how many hours?
Oh, in lay life?
In lay life.
I mean, you can start out with 45 minutes in the morning, 45 minutes in the evening after you come back from your home or from the studies or from your work, yeah? And then after that do your reflection, yeah? That is a minimum, yeah? I mean, whenever you have more time on the weekends, 2, 3, 4 hours of meditation, yeah? Just to keep a certain level of calmness during your life, yeah? But with the moment you stop one day, you stop this, it's gone. You won't get it back again. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Because then the kilesas know a reason, yeah? Very important reason, why you can't meditate, yeah? Oh, I have to see this person, I have to still do that, yeah? Huh? You have to tell, okay, I will do it, but first I sit down and practice. I mean, 45 minutes, it's nothing, you know. I mean, most of the people waste their time 45 minutes on their smartphone, yeah? Not knowing what they are doing, yeah? So you can always, yeah? So you have to say, that is really the way how we can keep, you know, a certain level of sati or awareness during our life is to, the moment we get up, yeah, we practice, yeah? 45 minutes, yeah, I did 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour when I came back. And sometimes, you know, before I went to sleep, you know, another half an hour. Yeah? that really depended on. On the weekends, sometimes, you know, 4 hours or sometimes 6 hours if I had nothing to do. Yeah? But you have to know, before I do something, I practice. Yeah? And then you can do whatever you want, yeah? Not doing something because the moment you start, yeah, I need to go to the toilet or brush my teeth, yeah, because then you're already in your habit, and then you go and make yourself a coffee or a tea or have breakfast, and then you can't practice anymore, because then you have to go to work or university and so on, yeah. No, the first thing is, you know, I mean, you get up from bed, you know, and you sit down or you do walking meditation and practice 45 minutes, and then you can do it. Just tell yourself, before I do something, I practice. And if you can keep that up, there will be a certain awareness, there will be a certain sati, yeah, during your life, yeah, and you will notice things that you have not seen before. Yeah? Your life becomes clearer, and especially with the reflection, with the daily reflection, your life becomes very clear. Yeah? And you see all the unwholesome things that you do, yeah? And over time you will let go of them. The heart will let go of them because it sees it's useless. Yeah, I mean, it's just wasting my time.
And the daily reflection is just like a brief overview of the day of how it
Without
went.
judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say it was good or bad, because then you're fooled already. Just look at the situation, re-feel it, or, you know, I mean, re-feel it, whatever, yeah? And also see, you know, what kind of thought, with what kind of thought did I wake up, or memory or dream, yeah? Just see that shortly, and then don't go into it, yeah? And then go to the next. Yeah? And then what did I do? Yeah? And then what did I do? Yeah?
Okay. Just throughout the whole day.
Yeah, just and if you can't remember, then just go to the next thing that you remember. Yeah, because it will take, you know, it will take a long time the first time you do it. Yeah, but in the end, you know, it will just take 5 minutes, and you see really like a movie. Yeah, the whole day is like a movie, and you see everything. Yeah, the citta is so fast, you know, it grasps instantly, you know, everything. But in the beginning, it takes a long time. So if you can't remember, don't try to think. Yeah, and just go to the next point. Yeah, that you remember. Okay. Yeah, after work. Yeah? Okay, and then you realize, you know, I mean, while I was in university, there was no sati at all. Yeah, or while I was at work. Yeah, whatever you do. Yeah? And then find a way, you know, how to go, how to find sati, you know, during the time that when there's a big block, yeah. Just like when you go to the toilet. Okay, whenever I go to the toilet, I will have sati, yeah. Buddha, 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 at least for 1 minute, yeah. That brings, you know, the sati back, yeah. Or when I drink coffee, or when I have a tea, yeah. Just the first minute, or when I have some food, just the first minute, you know, I mean, Buddha, 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 Buddha. Yeah? And then you see, you know, I mean, it will slowly increase. Yeah? Okay? I'm saying he doesn't ask any questions anymore. He doesn't practice, huh? Huh? He looks at me. How is your practice?
Yeah, I do work. Today also I work.
Whenever I see him working, you know, I mean, he's half asleep, huh? You're so tired, huh?
I feel tired, yeah.
If you do something else, you're not tired, huh? Okay, then stop.